Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. Welcome to Throwback Thursday. Today we are at Road Rage Bike Works in Avoca, Iowa. And look what they've rolled out for us today. I've ran into this bike a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago here. It's a 1962 Harley-Davidson Sportster. I think it's an XLH. Let's check that out. Kickstart only. Yep, it is. There's no starter. It's supposed to be about as close to original as you can imagine. I think I was looking at it, things that would be aftermarket might be the pipes, probably this backrest, but really an interesting machine. So 1962, 883 cc's, probably about 50 horsepower, V-twin, 45 degree V-twin, solid lifters. I'm not sure what kind of carburetor that is. You don't know what kind of carburetor that is? Chime in, whatever factory was in that day. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that can tell just by looking at it, but anyway, 4-speed transmission. Check that out. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love that case. Look at that case. Isn't that just beautiful? And look at that brake lever. That is amazing. I love it. Brake lever on the left side. Yeah, there's the shifter on the right. Beautiful. So this has been sitting for decades, literally decades. 1983 is the license plate. But so the guy that owns this, he went to the war, came back 1962 from Vietnam, and his dad bought it for him, and he's owned it ever since. So it's a one-owner bike. And like I said, it's supposed to be about as original as they come. But that's really quite a tale, isn't it, already? Just that alone. Things that stand out to me on this one immediately, of course, besides the fact that it is 1962. I love this nacelled front end. Looks like it's got a little damage, but isn't that just beautiful how that is? I love the Spider Force. They called them the Spider Force. They were 33.5 millimeters. I've got these on a bike I'm rebuilding. Love the the drum brake look. This is the adjuster right here, actually, for the brake. Mechanical front brake. I love the horn. This is actually a horn. Let's get around here and look at that on this side. Right there. The bugle for it. Battery would go right there. I'm guessing this is a toolkit. Crash bar on the front. This says Harley-Davidson. I don't know if this was, well, it might be the original air cleaner. I mean, service every 1,000 miles. What a deal. Things that are super interesting to me, besides the nacelle, are things like this tank. This is what they call the turtle tank, for obvious reasons. I mean, look at that. The advantage of this particular tank is that it's about 3.5 to 4 gallons, depending on the information you look at. And this particular one still has the badging on it. You can find a lot of these, but the badging's always gone or cracked or destroyed. And this still has it. And I'm assuming, I'm guessing, I'm not going to assume, I'm guessing this is original paint. But isn't that just gorgeous? This thing is a real piece of art to me. Then we step back here to this tank, or this seat, I'm sorry. And I'm redoing a 1970 Sportster, and I want this tank and this seat combination. This is supposed to be an original seat. Again, here I don't know if it is, but that's what they call the touring seat. So they would take these Sportsters. This was like the touring version of the Sportster. The normal Sportster had the 2-gallon gas tank, peanut tank. This one had the larger 3.5, 4-gallon tank. Had the instead of a single seat or the small seat, it has this longer kind of a seat with a backrest on it. Really quite a nice looking bike, isn't it? The fenders, the newer ones, these things here were run across straight like this. This still has the lower bottoms. This is just like the forks in the bun I'm building. Just absolutely amazing. Look at that right there. Isn't that neat? Just gorgeous. That's probably for the odometer, the bottom odometer, this little knob here. I don't want to turn it, but just a beautiful thing. So this bike distributor right here, it had a mechanical, it had no advance. To advance the retarder, you twisted this knob this grip over here, and that would turn that distributor right there. See that turning right there? And you would, I think you retard it to kick it and get it going, and then as you go, you increase the timing, advance it. But I might have that backwards. You all that know, comment below again. But then, of course, the gas here. Look at this Sportster right here. Isn't that just beautiful? Oil light, generator light. Just a gorgeous thing. Just a gorgeous thing. I'm all over this. This is candy to me, my friends. And of course, look at these shocks with the covers on them. They look like they're adjustable for compression. Regulator right here on the generator. Check that out. Isn't that something? Just a beautiful, beautiful machine. So this guy, he's advanced in age, probably older than I am, and he brought this in here to Road Rage Bikeworks, roadragebikeworks.com, and he wants to ride this before he passes on. And so they are going to take this thing apart and put it back together. They're going to make it look good. They're going to make it run good, and the old guy is going to take it for a run before he rolls. It's his final resting. But what a beautiful machine. Something I was noticing on here, this little rubber piece add-on, that's kind of a neat thing to keep the oil spraying up, I suppose. This little spring system here, I don't really know what that's for exactly, but say it's to keep tension on this rod. Mechanical brake adjuster, of course. You know, the brake down there. This whole thing is just, this toolkit is I think that's a toolkit. I'm not sure about that, guys. Yeah, those of you that know, here again, please comment below. Okay, looking over here, I've got the shifter. Looks like the oil pump down there, of course. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's the speedo drive. Transmission's back here. I don't see a speedo drive off either one of the tires, so I'll bet you that's a speedo drive. But really quite a nice example of a 1962 Harley-Davidson Sportster. I'm absolutely impressed with it, and I really cannot wait to see what Road Rage does with it. Some other details real quick. It's supposed to have about a 57-inch wheelbase, about 6-7 inches of ground clearance. I think these are supposed to weigh between 450 and 500 pounds. The seat height on these was supposed to be about 30.5 with that seat. The peanut tank version was supposed to have about a 27-inch seat. Horsepower, I think I said that already, 55 horsepower maybe, and 52 foot-pounds of torque, if I got that right. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's what I found. Very hard to find accurate information on this. You get a lot of conflicting info, but anyway, I'm just in love with it. Just in love with it. Hey, life is good. It's starting to snow here. If the weather permits where you're at, get out there and ride, my friends. Wahoo!